That was really good. My pulse is racing right now.
The concept of eluding the audience is a tricky one. When you have a movie like this, there's a direction you kind of expect it to go in, but then again, maybe it won't. The trick is to keep you engaged either way, and if it isn't already obvious, this pulls that off. What I really mean is the outcome that used to be surprising, the ending we've seen many times in movies like this, has become more of a twist if it doesn't go that way. The thing is, whether a movie leans in that direction or chooses not to, is really about how it keeps you engaged. I said something similar about Bone Lake, a movie I liked a great deal, but I think Bugonia is a better example, as it really has to deal with the somewhat obvious conclusion. Also, it's not a horror movie, it's more of an absurdist black comedy, so it really comes down to how effective the situation is. Not that any movie doesn't need to be effective, but in this case, they have to nail the mood. The audience has to be questioning things, a few ways it could go, and it can't solely rely on the conclusion because no matter what they do, it's not gonna shock anybody. It's kinda like the body count of the Jurassic World movies, may as well be wearing fucking body bags. And the best thing about this is figuring out what's going on. Emma Stone plays Michelle Fuller, the CEO of a major pharmaceutical company, who was kidnapped by two conspiracy theorists, Teddy and his cousin Dawn, leading into an intense scenario as they believe she's an alien of the Adrenoma species.
Okay.
If you've seen any movies like this, you can probably imagine the many ways it could go, kind of like the Walking Dead spin-offs. It's not going to catch anybody off guard, but like I said, that's not what matters here. Even if you thought of a completely unexpected idea, it's still something anybody could do. That alone doesn't make it good. The key is to keep you invested and looking for any potential signs. I guarantee you'll spend most of the movie wondering what the case is, trying to piece it together, even if there isn't that many clues thrown in. And that's because it sets up a unique scenario when Michelle or Teddy could potentially be lying. Is she really an alien? Did Teddy just make it up for another reason? Is his brother being used? These are all possibilities, and that's what makes it so engaging. A number of intense scenes definitely helps, crazy moments that come out of nowhere, but at no point does any of this feel forced. You know what's absent here? Random shit to keep you entertained, but that's okay because the narrative is engaging on its own. An idea James Cameron has abandoned. I know I'm on him a lot now, but damn it, I don't want to sit through any more of those. I say the acting plays a big role in making this narrative work. Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons are at the top of their game. And like anything else, it's not just the performance, it's playing somebody who could be one of several things. It kind of reminds me of a game people like for some reason, made by somebody who doesn't know what a story is. And to those who played it, you may realize this particular chapter doesn't make any sense given the reveal at the end. I bring up this random game because somebody acting out of character to elude the audience, even if it makes no sense, is the kind of thing you won't see here. Instead, it's just masterfully done. Every scene has you fully invested trying to find the next detail, so the combination of that, the amazing acting, the suspenseful scenes, it's a hard movie to find issue with. It nails the comedy too, it's genuinely funny, even when it probably shouldn't be, leading into modern work culture, diversity training, comedic moments you don't see coming, and while you could say it's a slow burn, you could also blame Americana and Eden's box office on a fucking Gene commercial. At no point does any reveal or climactic scene feel remotely undeserved. The ending may not be fooling you, but it's still really convincing, if that makes any sense. And that's because they did a real good job setting up those final moments. I want to give credit to the music too, the way it was used, or the lack thereof. Some scenes are completely silent, some are scored perfectly. I don't feel the need to bring up music too often, even though it's kind of important, but knowing when to go big, bombastic, and when to keep things silent is just another example of knowing how to create immersive setting. Honestly, when movies do almost everything right, it's hard to even critique it, but I do need to mention the somewhat rushed climax.
Motherfucker! What son of a fucking ass!
By somewhat, I really do mean somewhat. For the most part, it's quite satisfying. I don't have an issue with the conclusion. It's just a couple of things happen that kinda defy logic. If you've seen it, it speaks for itself. It's too bad because it's basically the second to last thing that happens, so it could have been avoided, but I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't deter me in any way. It's an absurdist black comedy that wants you to question what is happening here, how it will end, and to that extent, it's done perfectly. You want to know what's going on, you will have theories. No one possibility is too obvious. It may have a scene or two that doesn't quite hold up, but very few movies don't. The acting is top-notch, is full of hilarious lines. It knows how to have a build-up and deliver the perfect payoff. It's easily a top 10 contender for this year. I know Yorgos Lanthimos has a lot of really good black comedies with Emma Stone, but this one is no exception.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
If you haven't seen it, check it out if you're into any of these genres, and maybe even if you're not. It's that good. So let me know what you thought about Bugonia down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please share it, hit the like button, and consider subscribing. And the bell is imperative if you want to get notified. YouTube is broken, so recommendations may not do. I'm the analyst, and remember kids, the twist has become compromised.